senior leaders, I want to begin by naming the core issue I see in Sony Group Corporation: increased cost of R&D and production and the global security of specialist engineers, combined with stiff competition among the scarce specialist engineers and putting pressure on our leadership in product and the service of image, sensors and semiconductors. Analysts, I also predict an engineer shortage in semiconductor in Japan this decade, with spills into an increasing wage pressure and risk of delivery to our laming and sensing solutions business. I looked at this very much a people problem and not a market problem. Our cost base will be increasing at higher rate than our innovation without our change of attraction, development, and deployment of talent. In an effort to come up with a solution, I have utilized resource-based view and real to explain our strengths. We have available real and hard-to-copy semiconductor engineers and R&D teams, but I can also see that we are not well organized to leverage them at Sony Group. Simply put, we are yet to have the right people in the right position with the right skill at the right time and cost. The value disciplines remind me that product and service leadership does not really on occasional breakthroughs, but the continuous flow innovation. Talent shortage instead of capital investment is now the major constraint in the scaling of advanced chip production. That is why I'm casing this as a problem of internal HR and capability that we are mold ourselves in an active way. My solution is a semiconductor talent ecosystem which will be a combination of HR, technology, and capital to defend our product and service leadership and reduce cost pressure. First, I would implement an international talent marketplace enabled by AI. Capital of mapping the skills of engineers, project requirements, and R&D demand in the Sony Group. This would allow us to refocus the limited semiconductor and AI talent on essential image, sensor, and platform work instead of using expensive third-party requirement. Second, I would be implement an alternative to the current intercompany set job program with Hitch and a more structured semiconductor skills alliance aimed at frontier sensing and artificial intelligence development with clear intellectual property regulations. Third, I would expand our STEM and diversity pipeline initiatives like Technovation Girls and STEM scholarships to laying and sensing solution positions. Collectively, the three parts will make logical system and not insulated HR incentives. It's now time to review this proposal using technology feasibility lens. I feel that the plan is realistic in terms of technology. Sony is already making massive investments in AI, data, and census platforms, and the development of those functions into an HR analytic and talent marketplace layer based on the existing infrastructure and relationships to vendors. Integration of global HR data and data privacy are the key fears, which can be overcome with strategic implementation, powerful governance, and adherence to privacy regulations. The solution is a good fit organizationally as Sony has a culture of innovation and mobility. The Career Plus, Career Link, and intercompany set job trial programs depict that our people are receptive to new methods of working provided that they can observe a career advantage and that managers back them. The line managers who will feel threatened by the risk of losing their key staff will be the most likely to resist. I would love that through performance make measurements and recognition corrected with talent sharing, project result and cross-business synergy and provide manager with an explicit voice in rotation planning. Owing to the economic aspects, the semiconductor talent ecosystem with necessitate are relatively small shift in R&D and complex resource allocation relative to risks of project delay and wage inflation. Vacancies in semiconductor may increase project expenses and decrease the speed of time to market. I predict that a balance between investment and benefits will exceed the initial investment in 3 to 5 years because of reduction of time to make and lowering external hiring and onboarding expenses. I have also recognized constraints is not a solution of the shortage of engineers in Japan or to the elimination of talent competition, but with Sony being made the most desirable place to learn and rotate on the state-of-the-art project, I hope we can be on the right-hand side of that limit. In conclusion, I do not consider the high R&D and production cost associated with semiconductors shortage as external shock, but as an internal talent problem which we can address in alternative ways. The pillars of our product and service leadership are the engineers and creators of Sony, and the old model of recruitment with simply increased cost. Through the semiconductor talent ecosystem, I'm proposing a solution that leverage AI internal mobility and cross-company collaboration into enhanced cost discipline. I advise senior managers to order a joint CHRO, CIO, and INWS task force. Otherwise, a specific budget allocation and revise with a detailed road map of implementation with 6 months. By acting at the right time, we can transform a more considerate into a source of sustainable competitive advantage.